Today's episode of Life's a Garden is brought to you by friendship. Everybody needs a friend. They make us into better people. They teach us trust and loyalty. They're always there to have our backs when we need them. And is there really any better person that you can be yourself around and act like a total jackass with than your friends? Well, today's guest happens to be my oldest friend. We've known each other for over 20 years. I was the best man at his wedding. He is a diesel mechanic. He is a dedicated father. And he is a 100% certified redneck. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Brad Davenport. B-Rad!
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah. Happy to be here.
Let's just go ahead, right now, address the elephant in the room. What the fuck's going on with the hair?
I dyed it for my sister's 30th birthday. She wants a Death to Her Youth party, so she wants it to be emo themed because she's an emo kid.
Okay.
And so yeah, me and the wife went and she bought some hair dye, and her friend bleached my hair and dyed it red and black. And
yeah, you walked up. I was like, "Who's this My Chemical Romance fucking reject?"
Reject. Yeah, we went down to Hot Topic and the mall and whatnot and got all kinds of emo stuff. So I actually got a My Chemical Romance shirt.
Oh, perfect.
Because that's what I'm going to be wearing. And
right.
got a dangly cross earring.
Very nice.
I look pretty bitchin'.
I was worried you were going through a midlife crisis or something, but this is much better to find this out. So
yeah.
That's fun, though.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a pretty good time. You know, it's kind of get out of the element for a minute. It's kind of nice. And I love people's reactions.
Yeah, you walked up, I was like, what the fuck?
I know, yeah, especially people that really know me. Like, why would this motherfucker get his hair dyed?
Yeah, that's not really your thing.
No, it's not, no.
But yeah, you really grew the hair out, too.
Oh, yeah, no, it was kind of weird how that worked out because I had gotten it cut, I think, like, back in July. Was the last time I got it cut, and then I was just procrastinating, and just knew it was going to be getting cold, so I'm like, I got big ears, so I like to have some hair.
Hey, just preaching to the choir, bud.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. I think I'm my heavy topped.
We both got them Dumbo hitters, so.
Them Dumbo hitters. Yes. Yeah, no, I feel bad for Ace, too, because she's got my ears.
Oh, I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how are the kids?
Oh, they're good.
Right
they're
on.
Good. Yeah,
I haven't seen them in a while.
They're getting big. Jindal just turned 9.
Damn. So. That's so crazy.
I know, man. It's blowing my mind. It goes by way, way, way too quick.
What have they been up to? They're in school, right? Like, I mean, I'm just because class is they're still like able to go into school.
Yeah, they got a weird schedule though. They only go from noon to 3, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
There's like a morning class and then an afternoon class.
Well, at least they still get to go in.
Yeah, it's just kind of a pain because then I got to take off of work twice instead of being able to drop them off, then go to work. And then go pick them up from school. Then I'll just take my lunch at 3,
right,
and be good. But now I gotta, usually because I've been at work, I've been taking them, putting them in the training room, so that way they're not at home by themselves, or because they're still quite a little bit young for that.
Sure.
And a lot of my babysitters, their schedules change around work, so.
Right. You still working at Peterbilt?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just actually just got bought out by Jackson Group, which is they own, I think it's 20 dealerships now.
Okay.
Including the 3 here in Montana. So we got Billings, Missoula, and Columbia Falls.
Okay. So it'll still be Peterbilt?
Yeah, it's
just a
Peterbilt's
different.
Just the name.
Gotcha.
You can. It's so before we were an LLC, now we're INC. It's a bigger, big cheese, I guess. You know what I mean?
Does that mean you get some raises coming?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit.
Any health care? Do you get health care?
Yeah, well, I had health care, but
Okay.
I canceled it. Because
They did?
Who, what?
They canceled it?
No, I canceled mine because I was paying pretty close to what I'm paying in rent a month.
Damn.
Just under.
Well, because you'd have the kids on there and stuff too, right?
No.
No?
Kids are.
Oh, they get the...
They're on. Their
Medicare.
moms had them on Medicaid for years.
Or Medicaid.
Yeah, and yeah, that was just me and Lacey on there. And I had like some life insurance plans because
It's always good to have something like that.
yeah, especially A, in that line of work, and B, my medical history, like
Right.
keel over any day. Okay, well here's $25,000. Well, that's still in play, I guess, for me if I die.
Good. What how's that all been going? The heart stuff.
Same, I guess.
Well, what does that mean? Because like sometimes you're good, sometimes you're in the danger zone.
Yeah, well, no, it's last time I went in, I can't, for the life of me, remember the dang Dr. K. There we go.
Okay.
He's based out of Colorado, so he only comes here like once a year, and I do my heart checkup. Well, I haven't gotten any results from the last one I went in for. I did get the one for the EKG, and he said it looked like it had shrunk because I was at a 5.1 or a 5.2 prior, and he says I'm at like a 4 something, but he wanted to do an MRI. I'm like, okay, it's a little more, I guess, in depth or something. Yeah, I guess it gets a better picture so they can measure it better.
So you want it bigger though, right? You don't want it smaller?
No, I want it smaller.
Oh, okay.
Because the aorta is expanding, and if it gets, because when I had the heart surgery, they, instead of taking the heart and rebuilding it around the arteries, they just cut the arteries and left some of the existing tissue. So you've got your pulmonary and your aorta. Your pulmonary is like a low pressure, and your aorta is a high pressure. Well, since they cut that pulmonary tissue where that's attached to the aorta now, it's pushing that pressure through, and it's expanding.
Okay.
So,
way over my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's yeah. I got a bill from Billings Clinic the other day, and I looked at that bill and I'm like, because it's for the MRI and all that and the EKG, and it's almost $3,000, and that's after insurance.
Yep.
And I was like, looked at Lacey, I'm like, yeah, nope, I'll just die. I'm tired of being in all this medical debt.
See, that's what sucks, man. Like the medical debt. I mean, that shit either breaks you or kills you. Like people don't go to the doctor because they know how expensive it is. It ends up killing them, and then. Or they just end up filing bankruptcy because they're just so in debt to, like one of my buddy who was on the show last week. They had to file bankruptcy because his wife was in such medical debt, and they just were drowning, couldn't get their head over water, and so they ended up having to file bankruptcy.
I was kind of worried I was gonna have to do that there because just in the past, like 2 years maybe, I've paid over $10,000 to CB1 collections, and it's all been medical. I think a couple of them were, I think I owed a bank some money at one point in time for some stupid stuff that I ain't even gonna bring up.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I ended up slicing my finger at work. Well, if it was during work, I would have gotten it paid for because it would have been an accident on the job. But it was after work. I was doing personal work. It wasn't for the job. Sliced my finger, and I had to go to the emergency room because it was after walk-in was closed. So emergency cost is always more. Ended up costing me $1,500 after insurance to get stitches. All it was just to get some stitches in my finger. But I handled it like a badass because I sliced my fingers. It was all my fingers, but this one, the middle one, had the most damage. Wrapped that son of a bitch up, finished doing the windshield, then I went and got stitched
There you
up.
go.
My dad was like, "Oh, it'll be fine." And I was like, "Okay, if you say so." And I was like, "I'm going to the doctor." And sure enough, it needed like 3 or 4 stitches. And he's like, "Oh, dude, I didn't realize." It's like, yeah, well, you throw some glue in that and call it a day.
Yeah, I've done it.
I know.
I know. Oh man, yeah, no, it sucks when you. I don't know, because I use my hands, pretty frequently. Or well, not frequently. Oh yeah. Everybody uses their hands, but with work,
right? Well, and you bang up your hands pretty good with what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't
Diesel
know.
mechanic for everyone who doesn't know, but
yeah. this guy I work with, Elijah, he was playing a song the other day, and it was talking about Shake Your Moneymaker, so I'm walking around like...
right?
He's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, don't it? I'm like, yeah.
It's crazy to think about, like, just the how different your life would be if you lost a limb like that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to do my job. Hell
right.
No.
Well, I wouldn't either. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't even like thinking about it.
Yeah, like the times I do have to work one-handed, I mean, it's okay, but there are certain things I definitely wouldn't be able to do, like put a clutch in or something like that.
Right.
Like that definitely. Well, I guess I could use a jack, but it would just be way more of a hassle than it would be worth.
Everything would be, especially if it was your dominant hand.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. As a mechanic, you kind of learn to become a little more ambidextrous, I guess.
Yeah. See, it's like I just think about how. Okay, because this is funny. I just got my tooth pulled.
Oh, yeah, you were saying something about that.
Yeah, and all I could think about beforehand was like how much I'm gonna miss that tooth just for biting purposes, for chewing purposes. I'm like, and I had to like put it in my head, who gives a fuck? Like, it's better than losing a leg or losing, like, people have to deal with that shit. Like, and I'm here bitching about my tooth. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. I don't know.
Life can always be worse.
Yeah, you could. I ain't gonna do it on camera though.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's actually. I don't know. I wish I'd have just gotten it all done. I guess, but
yeah, I'm planning on getting some more work done. But I don't know. This last one, I'm like, I got it done. Almost, it'll be 2 weeks on Monday, and yeah, I'm only just now starting to finally fully recover. Well, because I had a hole there, and I was getting food stuck in it.
Yep.
It was just taking so long to heal. And, like, it's still kind of swollen. Like, the swelling's still there. You can tell it's still healing. It's just like, damn, I've had teeth pulled before. This is the longest healing one I've ever had. I don't know why.
I had one, or two of them, actually. The two right here have been about, I don't know, like a few months ago anyway. And my whole cheek was swelled up like a tennis ball.
Yeah.
It was just, what the hell? And it was hard, too. Like, I tried pushing it, using a needle to see if I could, like, get the toxins or the abscess to come out.
I've had to do that before too,
and it wasn't working though. So I started getting a little bit nervous because my face was just getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, okay, this is how people die from that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's go and get them pulled. And oh my god, dude, when they pulled those, instant relief.
Oh
oh man,
I know that feeling. You want to hear one of my worst abscess stories? This is fucking rough. Okay. And keep in mind, this happened to me twice. Now, I don't know if it was because I wasn't taking precautions hygienically. I don't think this was the case. I don't know how this happened. And I'm pretty sure it was an ingrown hair on my scrot. Yeah. Like a fucking marble on my fucking sack.
Okay.
Dude, it fucking hurt.
I bet.
It was just like
a tender area.
I'm assuming it was an ingrown hair. Because I used to shave my balls, and it was stupid. or
dude, that
you know what?
Itchy after a while.
You know what? Well, yeah, exactly. Like
you're always walking around, and people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Just mind your business."
And you know what? Well, it wasn't straight razor. I never straight razor because that's stupid. But you know what? I'm sure you've clipped your balls before.
Like with the buzz?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit hurts.
Oh, dude.
And I bet you that could have been it too. Like I clipped it and then it got like, because that's not exactly the cleanest area down there.
Yeah, especially right around that area.
Yeah.
It's always rubbing on legs and.
Yeah.
So,
So,
catch all down
but
there.
dude, twice I had it where it was like it's like a cyst almost, and I had to, and it was just the pain was so bad because you're like walking and it's rubbing up on there, and like I'm sorry for anybody who's listening and this is disgusting, but it's the truth. It fucking sucked, and like I ended up having to like, I was trying to pop it, but just the pressure was so hard. It was like I can't do this.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to sterilize the needle and fucking poke it, dude. It was disgusting, but immediate relief.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of had. Have you ever gotten a cut or anything like that, and you have to reopen it because it gets like hard? You get like a buildup of like cartilage or something.
I don't know that I have.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see that scar I got right there in my palm.
Mm-hmm.
I was cleaning up. I was rolling rods and mains on a Series 60 Detroit, and I'm scraping the gasket off of the pickup tube for the oil. And I had just a razor blade like that you'd put in like a, not like a box cutter, it's the flat square ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was holding it in my hand, I'm scraping it like this, and I'm holding the deal over the pan, and it was kind of stuck on there. I was just trying to get it done pretty quick, and I slipped off when I was pushing and dug the tip of that razor blade straight in, and it went in pretty deep, like it was about yay in there, and I pulled it out. I'm like, oh, okay, went and taped it up, whatever, kept working, and it was like a year later. Like if I would touch that, like when I was using my gun or a wrench and it started smacking it, I damn near pissed my pants.
Yeah, okay, I do know what you're talking about.
I had to reopen
the scar
that.
tissue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I had to reopen it. It was like a big ball, like a white ball.
Yeah, it's a scar tissue.
Yeah,
I've had it
I had
like
no idea.
because I had it in my hand too because I sliced my hand open. That one was on the job, so I got that one paid for.
There you go.
But like even still, like it's still kind of like rough there. But there was a long time where like if I pushed down on my palm, it'd send like a nice little shooting pain through there. And I have a little bit in my finger, like just where I feel the scar tissue, but there's no like pain. But it used to be like that for a long time.
Yeah, well, that one there, where I got that one smashed in a pickup door, and I, instead of being a smart guy and like opening the door and pulling my hand out, I like went, and ripped it out.
Ugh. I remember that actually.
Yeah,
I think I remember you telling me about that.
yeah.
Dude.
Or this one still gets to me today, right there at the crease.
Man, hand injuries.
Oh yeah, dude.
Finger pain, tooth pain, ear pain.
Honestly, tooth pain gets me
It's
way
the
more.
worst.
Oh,
It'll cripple any man.
Oh yes.
It'll cripple
there are
the
three
strongest
things in this
of people.
world that will turn me into the biggest bitch. And that's a toothache.
An earache.
I don't really get earaches.
Dude, earaches are the worst.
was
I used to
gonna
get
say
them bad.
stomachache. Like if I feel like I'm like pukey sick,
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't care. Fire me. I ain't going to work.
And ball pain.
But well, I don't know.
Testicular pain.
Testicular. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. That sucks. It really does. But especially so I've had a vasectomy.
Oh, yeah.
So and you don't realize how much pressure you apply down there just by standing.
Yeah.
I first got that done in the numbing agent that they put in there.
And you're awake when they do it, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you're awake. Feel like a girl giving birth. They put your legs up in some fucking stirrups. And Danny, she was sitting there as the doctor's doing this, and she's kind of like. So then I naturally got curious. I'm like, what? So I look over the sheet. Don't do that.
Oh, no.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. They only cut you open about yay.
Where do they cut? Like, on your pelvis area, or do they...
No, they cut like your sack open.
Oh, fuck, dude.
They cut. Yeah, it wasn't big though. It was only
I don't give a
little chunk
fuck.
like that.
Get me out of there.
I got a nice little scar there too.
Yeah, if we're talking scars.
Yeah, no, that was interesting because then when I got back to the house, and they prescribed me with some OxyContin, but I have no tolerance at all for pills. Dude, it will fuck me up so bad.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, nah, screw it, stop by second shift and get some alcohol. That'll work. Well, I went to stand up to go use the bathroom, and apparently I was laying down watching movies. And I stood up and I was just like, oh my, like my knee started to shake. I'm like, okay. Walked over, grabbed the bottle.
Glug, glug, glug.
Glug, 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 yeah.
Dude, I'm the same with oxys too. The speaking of tooth pain, It was, I don't remember which one. It was it wasn't the same tooth, but it was when one of my teeth was infected, and I was just having that nagging tooth pain right before I was going to get this, like, procedures done. Mm-hmm. They prescribed me oxys. It might have even, actually, you know what? It might have been after I got it done. I don't remember. But I got prescribed oxys for a tooth pain. And this is when I was still living at my mom's. And they say to take them every 6 hours or so, you know? Because it was a high dose fucking oxys. And, like, me, I have zero tolerance for any drugs. Like, I'm not, like, I've never really done anything. And this is even before I started drinking, I think. And so I took one before bed. I was like, okay, this will relax me for bed. I'll, like, be able to sleep and get through the night. Took one, went to bed. Woke up, and I was like, damn, this still hurts. Like, let me just grab another one of those. Not realizing I had only slept for an hour. So, for one, it probably didn't kick in yet. Or something. Or it might even been, like, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I had only slept for a very short time. To where that first one didn't kick in. So I popped 2 of them within an hour, which is insane. Like, that's a high dose for me. You know, I know some pillheads that can pop 8 of those, you know, and that'll barely get them off. But I took 2 of those. I fell back asleep. Next time I woke up in a cold sweat, my heart's pounding out of my chest. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it didn't even, like, register with me what had happened. I had to get up. I was, like, shaking as I'm standing and, like, splash some water on my face. And, like, I literally thought I was going to either die or I didn't know what to do. I should have woke my mom up and be like, Mom, I'm fucking dying. I ended up just, like, shivering myself back to sleep, waking up fine, but...
A little nerve-wracking, though.
Yeah.
It's, I definitely need to be a little more careful with that there, Coder D.
For sure.
Fucking find you all... People are gonna think you freaking overdosed or something.
God, I don't know.
Like a freaking pill popper.
Yeah.
That's so what... So your mom, where's she living at now?
She's in the Heights.
She's in the Heights?
Yeah. She got her own place.
Oh, there you go.
What about your mom? I haven't seen your mom in forever.
She actually is... Her and Tara have been living together.
Aren't they over, like, kind of by the Moose Lodge area? No, that's Paige, right?
Yeah, Paige is over there, yeah. Yeah, her and Shane just bought that house over on Lux. That's a nice place, actually.
Sweet.
Yeah. No, my mom and Tara and Kaya, they all live together right over off Alderson, just down the road from you, actually.
Oh, cool.
They're right off 19th. Or 20th. 20th and Alderson.
Oh, yeah, that's real close.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then Lacey's just like 2 blocks down the road from that.
She's not where she was when we had the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's more than 2 blocks. Well, 2 blocks from my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually where I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving there now.
With her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the trailer?
Bye.
Yeah.
See you later. Yeah, no, this whole year 2020 has been, you know,
dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, by the way, can we just give a grandiose shout out to the governor for opening everything back up?
Yes, thank you, sir. I was getting really sick and tired of everything being...
Dude, I'm so happy. And I knew it was going to be like this. When I walked into the bar for the first time, I went into Hooligans, because I go there all the time, and just seeing it how it is, and it was getting depressing. I was kind of like, man, this place is not going to survive with as few people as were. Remember, we were there on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
That it wasn't St. Patrick's Day, but it was the Saturday.
The Saturday of or something like that, yeah.
And it was packed to the brim.
Oh, yeah.
That was the last time I saw it like that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because after that, everything shut down, and then
that was that night that that little punk ass kept. There was some punk ass kid. He kept like jumping in between people. So like we'd be sitting there waiting in line. He just come shoulder check you. Sorry, I shouldn't probably clap like that.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry for people's ears. Yeah, he just kept doing that back and forth, and finally, because it was me, Elijah, and Lane were there.
That's right.
And he came by me that one last time I went to go take a leak, and I come back around, and there was a line back around the bar right there, that corner. And then, you got the, like the
bathroom area or what?
Well, no, you get your bathroom and then the bar and then the cook area. The kitchen. And he came by and shoulder checked me again, and he'd knocked my drink over me twice. I'd had enough of that shit. I reached out through Lane and a couple other guys, grabbed that motherfucker by his hoodie and ripped him back. I said, "Wait your fucking turn." He's just kind of like, okay.
Some people are just fucking assholes.
Oh,
like, they just have no regard for everyone else. And it's like, hey, you do that to the wrong guy, you're going to get popped.
Well, okay, so it happened once. Okay, I can shrug it off. Happened again, not only knocked my drink, but knocked my buddy Elijah's drink over. And then I go outside to have a smoke.
That would have been enough for me.
Yeah, well, because I went out to go have a cigarette, because I'm like, I'm just going to calm down. And then here he comes. Same guy. And I don't know, he's just being a pompous ass. I'm just like, out there having the cigarette, like, okay, let's just refrain from, because we're outside now, it's a little easier to get away with it. And I'm like, okay, we're good. And then that last time, and I had already had a few more beers and I think a shot.
That'll do it.
And it was like, yeah, no, this guy's getting to me tonight. Because I remember it was packed.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
shoulder to shoulder,
so packed.
And it was a fun night. It was shoulder to shoulder, and that was the last time I saw it like that. And then finally, it was like, I didn't go the first night everything was open back up, but I went for like football or something, and it was just like so glorious. I was sitting there and I was like, damn, this is crazy to see like all the tables back where they were, people sitting at the bar. I'm like, this is, and it was.
Did they have that going on there too, where you couldn't go up to the bar?
Right. Yeah.
They had that going on. That's stupid.
I mean, it wasn't as shocking because obviously there's been a few bars that have stayed open, so it's not like
Crazy Dukes.
Yeah, there's a few places that
which I think is kind of weird.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Like, I thought, okay, let's close down, all these little shops.
Well, they were supposed to stay shut down. They just refused to abide by the rule because they weren't, like, I think it was $100 fine, and they're like, we can pay that in 4 drinks. You know what I mean? We just got to sell 4 drinks and we got the fine paid. Just a lot of places weren't willing to take the risk of getting shut down. I mean, they still probably could have been at risk of being shut down, but obviously it didn't happen. So those, like, I can think of like 4 or 5 bars that stayed open through everything.
Well, because even Peterbilt there for a while, Kevin, the previous owner, was getting kind of stern about making sure that people wearing masks that dealt with the public. So like Tex, we didn't really have to, which I'd have told them to go fuck themselves. Like, I'm not going to go out here and do what I'm doing wearing a mask. No.
Well, that's how it is where we're at, too. They considered, like, the shop and all that, like, a closed environment.
Right.
Where it's not, like, a public area with, like, public traffic and stuff like that. So I'm sure it's the same with where you're at.
Yeah. Well, but if we went up to the front...
Same here. You have to wear
put
one.
that, which was inconvenient as hell because... what am I supposed to do? Wear my mask around right here, and I'm in a rush for parts.
Right.
I go up to parts department to, say the back parts counter people aren't there, which happens quite frequently.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much the exact same where we're at. But I get it. If you're a big company, you can't risk getting shut down.
Well, I guess something happened. They got popped in Missoula, I think it was. And so then it was a really, really big thing. And, the service manager had to come around, hand us all the little blue ones,
Yeah.
The little paper ones. And, I don't know. I'm just happy that it's all...
dying down.
All over. I knew it was going to happen after the election, too.
Well, of course. It's so obviously... And we're going to find out real soon just how much... it was election based, politically based. Because if Biden comes out and says, we've come to realize that shutdowns don't work and we need to get the economy back going. It's like, dude, you've been running on the narrative that you were going to shut it down even harder than Trump ever did, and now you're going to open everything up. Come on, like now the economy is important, of course, because you need a booming economy. Mm-hmm. So But I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen. That for all we know, they could turn around and be like, nope, shut everything down harder. But I think it's not gonna matter because it's gonna go from a state to state basis. Like every state's gonna be able to make their own decision.
Well, and see, that's where I'm glad our governor's like, yeah, nope, we're opening up. I don't give,
Well, the cure cannot be worse than the infection or what the disease. I might have said that wrong. I don't know if I can.
The cure can't be worse than the infection.
Well, it's like,
I don't know. How do you feel about that with this whole the
COVID
vaccine?
I mean, it's a tough spot because they're all reporting that all these doctors. I'm not gonna say the doctors are lying. You know what I mean? Like, these are medical professionals. They seem to think that it's like safe and it's up to standard. I'm not personally going to take.
I Am Legend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not personally going to take it, but I'm also not in a high risk category. So,
right. Yeah,
let those who are in the high risk category decide for themselves. Here's the thing, so it doesn't stop you from spreading it. It just stops you from getting infected, or it stops you from like. If you take it, you're good. If you get it, you're not going to get sick. But if you get it, you can still spread it. You see what I'm saying? So it's the higher risk people need to take the vaccine first. Older people, I don't know what's all in those categories.
Yeah, I think it's people with respiratory problems.
Yeah, just higher risk people should take it first because, I mean, if I get the vaccine, it just prevents me from getting sick. But even if I get sick, my chances are like I'm probably gonna fight it off pretty good.
A little bit more severe flu,
and I can still spread it either way. I'm either gonna I can spread it if I have the vaccine. I can spread it if I don't have it. It doesn't matter. So
and that's, I don't know.
I'm not gonna take the risk of growing a damn tail.
That's what made everything so confusing too. It's like there was a gal who made a video about it, about how if you need this, but don't do that. How much of a contradiction that a lot of people had said to do. That were contradicting to the whole statement that they were making.
Yeah, well, that sounds like
you have to wear a mask unless you have a medical reason where you don't have to wear a mask, in which you don't have to wear one unless.
Oh, I saw that too. I saw that too.
But she wasn't wrong,
right?
Like there was so much.
Yeah.
Like which way to go,
Exactly. Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of just confusion, and
I just went on living my life the way I normally did.
Same.
And didn't let it bug me, except for when it bugged me, like, my bar that I was hanging out closed at 11, and I'm like, well, fuck you.
Right. I mean, I think we were pretty fortunate here. We didn't have to deal with it as hard as a lot of places did.
Right, yeah.
So, I think we're...
Bigger cities.
Yeah, exactly, dude. If we go to... if you went to LA right now, it's like a ghost town. You know what I mean? Bigger cities, this really proved that big cities are not sustainable under mass duress.
No.
When it comes to a pandemic, natural disaster, war, they're not prepared. So I think we are in a pretty nice position here where we didn't have to suffer the consequences of...
I do got to say, though, if there was ever any kind of like apocalyptic time, I'd really, really like to migrate to the south, because another one of those things that turns me into a bitch that we didn't quite get to is the cold.
Huh.
I get cold. I'm going inside. I don't, because my hands, my feet.
For me, I'd be the opposite. If I went to, if it was apocalypse time, I'd be migrating up north to Alaska.
Really?
Oh, dude, they say Alaska is probably like one of the best places for
someone to hide out.
Yeah. I would say for most apocalyptic scenarios, I
don't know, man. I'd rather die in warmth.
True.
Instead of freezing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's such a scenario that I don't even really...
Well, who knows? We might not even make it out of Montana.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What'd you do to your computer?
Oh, that's my old one.
Oh, I looked down and saw the screen.
Yeah, I accidentally stepped on it.
Oh, hey.
That's the one that runs that.
Oh.
So I just use it for that.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, I was so pissed the other day. Yesterday. So we're trying to get merch made for the band.
Oh, okay.
And I called to put the order in. And the guy wanted to know what font we used. Because I was like, oh yeah, we downloaded a font. Like, I have a font downloaded. And he goes, oh, well, if you can tell me the name of the font, that would make it a lot easier because we'll get the best clear image of that font. It's like, okay, let me look it up. And I couldn't find it on the site that I had gotten it off of. So I had to use this computer because that's the one I had originally downloaded it on. And I can't see the screen.
Uh-huh. But you can't, like, hook it up to something else?
Yeah. Well, like this, I can hook it up to the computer, TV, so I hooked it up to my other TV. And it wasn't showing anything yet because it was updating. And when this computer updates, it takes forever. So I ended up having to just be like, hey, I'll have to email you because this thing's uploading. And I was so mad because it was just frustrating me. I couldn't see what was happening. I went back to work, came back, found the font, so... We're going to have merch soon.
Oh, there you go. How's all that going? When's your next concert?
I guess I could announce it. I think it's official. February 20th.
February 20th, huh?
Craft Local.
Where?
Craft Local. Same place we played last time.
Oh, Craft Local. Okay. Yeah.
So we will be playing at Craft Local if anybody wants to come down. February 20th. Mark your calendars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all official. So.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Is it kid friendly?
I think so. You might have to call.
I've seen kids running around last time. I just don't know if I have my kids that weekend or not.
Right. It might be. You'd have to double check with them.
If not, I'll give them some fake beard and mustache.
There you go. That'll work.
Stand on top of each other.
I was going to say, put them on top of each other, put a trench coat around.
Yeah, there you go. What's your account number?
Yeah.
I-8.
Oh, yeah, from freaking Little Rascals.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Man. No, them little shits, man. They're, Jindal, she's, quite the brute these days.
Is she still wrestling and stuff?
No, she doesn't. She didn't want to do wrestling at all this year.
Okay.
She didn't really want to after a little while of doing it.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't know. I think she got discouraged
because she wasn't winning or something.
Yeah, just the people she was going up against, and I don't know. It irritated me a little bit because she's such a big girl. Like, she's 9 years old. She's 4'10" and 106 pounds.
Damn.
She's a pretty big girl.
Yeah.
But she would just hold back. She would just kind of try. I'm just like wanting to instill just let me be in you for a minute.
Yeah, right. Let me be.
Just put her in a pretzel. But they her and her sister have been getting into it. Her niece.
Yeah.
And the other day, I decided I'm not going to be jumping in the middle to break them up anymore. For two reasons. One, they need to figure out the pecking order. Two, when Dad gets hurt, they dislocated my pinky and it's still messed up. Like, that's as high as I can lift it.
Ugh.
And the knuckle's all jacked up and just doesn't... It hurts all the time. And it still ain't right. I should have went and got it looked at, but I didn't. So I decided, well, now that Dad's starting to get hurt, nope, I ain't jumping.
Yeah, right.
Dad's getting hurt, I'm out.
You guys handle your own business.
Yeah, so on Christmas, we had... it wasn't on actual Christmas Day. We had our Christmas a couple days prior. And, they got into it at my Grandma Carol's house. And I told them, all right, you know what? You guys, if you guys want to fight, you can fight. You guys aren't going to stop until somebody's bleeding. So they went out in the front yard and boxed it out. And Ace found out real quick that it's not okay to be messing with her big sister because her big sister beat her ass. I mean, just knocked the 7 shades of shit out of her. Boo, 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 boo. I was like, Lacey's looking at me, you gonna stop this? No. No.
So is she gonna do any combat stuff?
I don't know.
It might be good to get her into some jiu-jitsu or something like that.
Maybe.
Or some...
No, then she'll kick my ass.
Even just karate or anything like that.
My daughter would kick my ass.
Well... she ain't gonna get her ass kicked by anybody else. Especially,
No, in this day and age.
It's good for women to know how to defend themselves. It's good for everybody to know how to defend themselves, but, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Especially women.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't know. So, like, the wrestling thing, that was her idea.
Okay.
Know? And I thought that was awesome. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, there was no influence from anybody. She just came home with the pamphlet. She goes, Dad, I want to do this. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm on board.
right.
Hell yeah. And, yeah, no, she just kind of got burnt out on it. And she hasn't mentioned about, because she's going to be tall. So I'm
Right.
thinking, like, basketball, volleyball. Let's get a scholarship going.
That'd be
Dad,
sweet.
Dad I don't want to pay for college kind of thing, And I don't know. Might
Because
have to.
it really just depends on what she's into.
Yeah. Well, I know they, Michael, Paige and Shane's boy.
Mhm.
He's been in boxing lately, so
Oh,
they
cool.
got all kinds of boxing things, and they love to go over there and hang out with their cousins. Well, Jandel put them boxing gloves on the other day and sitting there messing around, and I don't know. So maybe she might enjoy boxing a little more
Okay.
if she wanted to, because she said she'd mentioned that she wanted to try it a while ago, but it was just kind of
That could be cool.
yeah. See, I don't know. See how it goes.
Boxing's, I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
Any kind of combat that you can, like, learn, it's a good skill to learn, and it's... I'm going to start getting into jiu-jitsu, so...
Oh yeah.
Just to do something different, and it's always good to know.
You've been watching Cobra Kai, yeah.
No, I've been listening to Joe Rogan too much.
Joe Rogan. That's La Machine?
No, that's Bert Kreischer.
Oh, Burt Crusher, okay.
I knew you'd like Bert Kreischer.
Oh, man, yeah, he's pretty... I like when he talks about his... what is it, his youngest?
Yeah, his daughters.
Yeah. He's just an idiot.
Dude, you know who I bet you'd love? You might even know. Theo Vaughn. Comedian. He's got the mullet.
Maybe if I saw a picture.
Hmm. Well,
You might have to show me after this.
I will, yeah. No, I know you'd get a kick out of him. He's like... I don't know. It's so hard to explain, like, him.
Gotta get this hair out of my face. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah. That's how
I can't wait to cut this thing off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. I mean, you'll just have to see how Theo is. He's from Mississippi, so he's got the southern thing, and
the mullet.
he's hilarious, yeah.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The gender-neutral haircut.
Gender neutral. Yeah, kind of, if you think about it. A lot of girls have mullets, too.
You should run the mullet.
Oh,
totally
I was
could.
just going to say something about it, too, because that buddy of mine, Elijah, that I work with, man, he had a mullet when I first started there, and I had a little bit longer hair. And he's like, yeah, man, you need to get the mullet. You need to rock the mullet. You need to get your hair cut. As I was talking about getting my hair cut. And I'm talking about it again. He goes, you need to get the mullet. Just get the mullet. So now I'm sitting there like, shit, do I get the mullet?
You could.
I mean, I could,
geez,
yeah.
my voice is cracked.
The things I do for love.
Dude, I've been watching some old cartoons. I was watching Powerpuff Girls the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got the girls into that here. Well, actually, it was over the summer.
I love classic cartoons, man.
I bought the girls that DVD that had like Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo. Yes, exactly that. Exactly that. I did not realize until this whole thing started kicking around on Facebook about Ed and
Yeah. Joseph's on a vacation far away. Yeah. I love it.
oh yeah, because you just shared that thing. They finished it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I fucking died.
It was hilarious. No, when somebody brought... Because actually, somebody pointed that out to me before they made that. And I was like, huh.
They're kind of, yeah.
And then I saw the animation. I was like, oh, dude, I can't, like, not hear it now.
Mm-hmm. I missed that TV show, honestly.
Dude, it's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah. You were the one who introduced me to them.
I
'Cause I never had
Cable?
cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had cable. So anytime I watched any of that stuff, it was at your house on Pueblo,
Yep.
down in the basement, where we used to pee on the floor.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thanks. I did not know your mom's real name was Michelle.
What'd you think it was?
Well, I've only known her as either Mom or Shelly.
Well, okay, just to clarify for anything, I said Michelle before in the intro, And she was like, "It's Shelly. Like, don't call me Michelle." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I already did. Too late."
I already did. Too late.
So yeah, she prefers to go by Shelly.
Right. Yeah, because I'd never.
And that's why in the title I titled it as Shelly. But I say Michelle in the intro.
Yeah,
but
that's why I.
It was too late for me to.
Looked over at Lacey. I'm like, I learned a lot that day, actually.
Really? Well, I even learned some stuff because even with my dad, like, I had him on a few weeks before that.
Yeah, I'd seen that one.
And it was like, I wanted to learn a little bit more about my family history because I don't really know my grandfathers.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, yeah.
And so it's like...
Which, come to think of it, yeah, it's just kind of like, huh.
Yeah, I never met either of them.
Really, yeah.
But it's like, yeah,
I never even remember hearing about them. But somebody else you guys brought up that I had completely forgot about too was Larry.
Yeah?
Your Uncle Larry?
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot because I only met him, twice?
Maybe a couple more times than we're thinking because I specifically remember us just chilling with him one time.
Yeah, because we went and hung out with him at his place.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where it was exactly.
Was it the place that was over off Sugar?
Maybe. We were young. Man.
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
And then I remember
hanging to Levina, and I wouldn't have known the difference.
Right.
You know?
I remember we were hanging out in Pioneer Park that one time.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that was the first time actually, because he came and picked us up at my place.
Yeah, it was you, me, him, and his like caretaker.
Yeah. Yep.
And Lobo.
And I was trying to remember that dog's name.
Yep.
Lobo, which is funny.
Beautiful dog.
Yes. So I remember him always talking about he wanted to put her in those races where they, like a sled dog.
Oh yeah.
You know, but it's with the wheelchair and they just go around the track.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Smart dog.
Yes, very, very, very big too. Very big dog.
Part wolf.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why his name was Lobo.
Oh.
He was part wolf and part husky.
Yeah, beautiful dog. I remember that. It's really. Yeah, because didn't he pass? Lobo.
Yeah.
And then shortly after Larry did.
I don't remember the time frame, but yeah, it was
something like that if I remember correctly.
Wasn't too far off, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had to laugh when your dad said, your I don't know if it was your great grandpa or your grandpa was Scottish.
Yeah.
Scotsman. I'm like, that's where he gets that red beard.
This is all Irish, baby.
Oh shit!
It could be both.
It probably is, honestly.
Where did you get your red hair? Oh wait, your pink hair.
It's natural.
Well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's your natural hair color? It's like dirty blonde, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, dirty blonde. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not very.
It's more brown anymore.
Yeah, it's getting there. So actually, I've been finding more whites and grays than.
Oh
I'd
boy.
like to admit.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be my hair color up top's gonna be nothing pretty soon.
Yeah, you're gonna be rocking the Bret Michaels do, huh? You're gonna grow it out.
Fuck no.
Get what'd your dad call it? The cul-de-sac?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be rocking the Howie Mandel.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna shave it all off, huh?
Probably.
You actually did not look bad when you did the whole Steve Austin.
I think it would look good with just the beard. Plus, I'll just wear a hat all the time anyway. Like I already do.
Yeah, I work with a couple guys that do that, actually.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yep. I'm actually surprised I haven't started getting my dad's little bald spot back there. I used to give him so much hell about.
Yeah.
Played Ring Around the Rosies with and all that.
Right.
But, yeah, no.
Well, the hair comes from the mom gene, so.
I know, yeah. That's,
Just be happy you can actually grow it out, bitch.
You can't?
Fuck no.
Why?
It looks thin and gross.
Gross.
Like, I could grow the sides and the back out and it'd be, like, okay. But the top, oh, dude, it's so thin and looks greasy. Like, this is already longer than I like it, you know? Like,
really?
Yeah, I like it military style.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I have not cut my hair real short like that in a long time. I'm kind of nervous, too, if I ever did. If I shave it like that.
Why?
If I buzz it down that short. I don't know.
Nervous? Oh, you don't think it'll grow back?
No, I think it'll grow back. Because my my dad used to shave my head like that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a big old fat kid back then. I'm sure you remember them
Of
days.
course.
Yeah, big old butterball. I don't know. I just felt like there was I don't know. I just don't want to do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's so funny. I definitely remember all that.
Oh, being fat?
Just being kids, all that stuff.
All right. So what is your fondest memory?
Oh boy, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot, honestly. But let me think off the top of my head. We could just keep rolling on this one.
I know.
Walk in the ditch.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Right after we watched Wild America, and that's what we wanted. We aspired to be like them.
Yeah, we were gonna. We'd walk the ditch.
Excuse me, smoker's cough.
We'd walk the ditch from. Where did we start? It was
right
in Casa
at the back
Village.
of my house, yeah. So that'd been like Monad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we went.
And dude, we go forever. We made it to the zoo that time.
Yeah, we went all the way to Shiloh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a long jaunt,
Yeah.
especially because of wines and stuff. It's not like a straight
shot. Yeah. Because it took us like 6 hours. Like we were gone total of 6 hours that day.
It was a while, yeah.
Yeah, because we started early in the morning. We didn't get back till the sun was coming down.
We did it too when you were living over on Clark. We started there and went all the way to.
Oh, but we went the other way though.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we went up towards the heights.
Remember, I did not like going under those bridges.
Oh yeah, it used to freak you out. Like, I mean, it was kind of freaky.
Yeah, well, there's like shit hanging down and.
Well, yeah, you were always worried about spiders.
I was worried about just nasty shit and then there'd
then
be
homeless
like
people.
I was gonna say there's homeless encampments up there sometimes.
Oh yeah. I remember because after we watched the whole Wild America, and we were always going around. We'd pack our bags, get some drinks and some snacks and
oh yeah,
binoculars, and we'd get our sticks out. We just ready for anything. Us little badasses.
dude, I remember when we found that dead deer.
Oh yeah.
We were like, what the fuck? When we were like, what happened here? Something bad. There's a wolf somewhere nearby, and making up shit. And
the imagination just went a rolling.
didn't we make a map too and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep.
And we were just planning like we're gonna do this when we're older. We're gonna go traveling and
film wildlife and
yeah.
yeah. Because you were supposed to film everything, and I was supposed to drive and carry the gun.
That's funny.
Or do you remember how we used to play like superhero games, but we'd combine two? So
yes.
Like Terminator and Spider-Man, I could shoot wire web out of my.
But also, you were made out of
metal.
See, and that always pissed me off because you knew more characters than I did. So, because you introduced me to a lot of different characters, like Riddick.
Oh yeah.
And Terminator.
Yeah.
And I remember I always wanted to be Blade mixed with something else.
Blade and what was it? I don't know. We changed it quite a bit, but we played that game all the time.
Remember, you had that little hole in the back of your yard, and we'd always pretend to be Terminator coming out of the hole.
What hole?
I don't know. There's just like a little divot, and like we would.
Oh yeah,
we would just like kneel down.
Where we dug the garden thing out of there.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
And
I was say we didn't have a yard. What are you talking about? You mean my dirt?
Yeah. Well,
my dirt and weeds.
And then we'd get in your dad's Trans Am and just be like, "Come on!" Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. And we'd get in trouble for playing in it all the time. It didn't run.
Right. God.
Yeah, or do you remember the grenade game?
Yeah, of course.
Oh man,
great game, honestly.
Huh?
It was a great game.
It was, right? Like we had hours upon hours of fun with that thing.
And it was literally just throwing a
little orange football.
Yeah.
Little Nerf football.
And we played the honor system. If it was too close to us by the time it went off,
Yep.
we were like, "Yeah, you got me."
Yeah. Oh, do you remember? We were back kind of by my mom and dad's room and the kitchen area, and my mom had that hole in the wall, and I threw it, and it went boop and fell down in there. So I snuck a knife in there and cut down low.
Jesus.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
And to get the ball back, and I covered it up with clothes.
Dude, I remember you throwing a disc at me. Like, just like a
CD?
Yeah. And it went like literally Matrix style. I was like, damn, dude. That was close.
Well, what were we thinking with some of that shit?
I know. And then, what about Splinter Cell?
Inner L.
Yeah.
We
shut off all the lights.
Shut off all the lights, and one of us would hide in the house somewhere.
Dude, I remember one time you were just like standing in plain sight. You were just like standing in the corner, kind of, and like I could not see you.
Mm-hmm. I am one with the shadow.
That was fun, dude.
Dude.
We always had fun games like that.
Or we'd watch Ninja Turtles and act it out.
Yep.
That was always fun. But we'd have to pause it too, like, or not pause it.
We would freeze when they.
Yeah, when they froze. Like, when they're jumping. And
dude, we literally did from start to finish that movie.
Yep.
And we did it not once, but multiple times.
I know. Because we had to do it, because you were always Leo and Michelangelo.
Oh, did we play two characters?
Yeah, because I was always Donatello and Raphael. Unless we had more people with us.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids watched that the other day.
Paige would play sometimes, too.
Yeah, she would.
She would be Michelangelo.
Yeah, she'd be Michelangelo, so then you'd play Leo and Raph. And I'd just
or
play
something.
Donatello, yeah. Because you always like to do the two-part, if you could.
Huh. Okay, yeah. That kind of sounds right. But who was Splinter? No one.
No one, yeah. Splinter was Splinter. We just looked at the TV, and then we'd look back.
I mean, it made watching the movie more interesting, too.
Yeah. I just remember all of us up on the couch. I think it was me, you, Paige, and was it Sturgis, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't remember, but we all got up on the couch, and we had to get the pose that they were doing as they were jumping down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun. You remember Trip Ross?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
How's he doing?
He's doing really fucking good. He lives in, unfortunately, San Francisco, but he works for, like, Google or something like that. Like, he's making bank.
Bank, huh?
Yeah. He works for, like, he's a big tech guy in Silicon Valley, so.
Well, we should tell him that from tripping him so many times, jostled some brain cells in
Yeah. We were responsible for that, somehow.
Oh, man.
Okay, here's a question I got for you.
So,
because I know my answer. What, like, couple, it doesn't have to be one, but what songs, when they come on, immediately, like, take you back to, like, us hanging out as kids? Because I know the top three for sure for me.
Oh, my God.
If I hear these songs, I'm immediately, like, you know how, like, some songs trigger you to a certain moment in time?
Yeah, I think one of them for sure would be Fly From the Inside, Shine Down.
That's a good one.
And
well, here, let me tell you mine.
Okay.
So mine are Just Like You by 3 Days Grace.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Scum of the Earth.
Oh!
By Rob Zombie.
There you go.
And Stupid Girl by Cold.
That's a good one.
Anytime those songs come on, I'm like right back to that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Or to the Clark house.
The Clark house, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I lived there first.
Okay, yeah. Here's one thing I was thinking about this before you came here. Because I was just thinking about different, old stories and stuff. So, the Clark house. Now, just for the listeners, Brad's grandpa, great-grandpa, lived there. And then you lived there with them for a time in the basement and whatnot.
Yeah, when he was getting real close to the end there, yeah.
And I remember all of that, like how everything was set up. I remember the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, me and my family ended up moving into that same house.
It's kind of crazy how
it was,
worked.
Dude, it was nuts. My mom told me the address because she was like, you should go check out the new house. I was like, okay. I start driving down the street. I'm like, dude, if it's the same house, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. It's going to be too nuts. Sure enough, there it was. And I'm like, what the fuck? And walking in it when it was empty, I was like, just all these memories flashing back. And it's so bizarre because after living there for so long, it like didn't seem like that anymore. Because, our stuff was in there. And
right.
I was just like, this is crazy. Like, we spent so much time in this house as kids, and now here I am like an adult.
First time I ever masturbated was in that basement. And first time I ever diddled a girl.
Now, that's funny you bring that up, my friend, because that's where this story leads me. My first kiss was in that basement.
With who?
Your sister.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
How dare you, Paige?
That was my first kiss. And do you remember... And, dude, I remember you guys trying so hard to get me to kiss different girls. You're like... Just because you knew I hadn't had my first kiss. And so you tried to set me up with Katrina...
Katrina, yeah.
And just a bunch of different girls that you're like, hey, you should kiss him for his first kiss. And, like, finally, it was just going to be Paige, I guess. Do you remember how that had to happen?
No.
I don't know if I want to tell it.
I don't know if I want you to tell it either. Because I'm assuming it has something to do with Paige's idea.
Yep.
And I'm assuming it had something to do with you and I.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting to remember that I had that suppressed. I took one for the team for you to tell
did.
her.
For me to kiss your sister, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not how it was supposed to happen. She told me it was going to be with Amanda.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
Oh, no, you were going to get something out of it, too. It had to be something where you were going to get something out of it, I think. You're like, if I do this, I get something. I don't know. Like,
maybe
you were
that's
going to...
when me and Katrina started dating.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if you really call it dating back then. It's when we started seeing each other.
Well, anyway, first kiss was in that basement. First time I ever had sex was in that basement when I lived there. So it was years later. I ended up losing my virginity in that basement. Also, though, going back to when we were kids, first porno I ever watched
was in that basement. Yeah,
with you.
Yeah, I forgot we found that shit in my dad's desk.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, you gotta check this out. And like, all I remember is like, I was just like, what is this? Like, this is... I remember being like, oh my god, I can't... Like, I shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah, and it was just like, so bizarre.
Yeah, it was. It's weird how all that happened, though.
Right. But so, yeah, my first time for all of those things was in that basement of that house. Not, like, the same years, not the same... Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy, though, because the neighbor chick is still the same lady.
Not anymore.
Across the street?
Oh.
Sandy?
Oh, yeah. Across the street, yeah.
Yeah. That was weird when I first pulled up to your place and seen her roll up on a Harley. I'm like...
Right?
What happened to you?
Right. Yeah, she remarried and...
Yeah. Well... I don't know. I haven't heard from any of the Vinoys in a long time.
Yeah. That's more... you were more friends with them.
Yeah, well, they lived across the street for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
You know, so anytime I was over there, that's usually who I played with, was one of those guys.
Right.
And Jake more so than anybody else. Then, like, you remember Ryan and Danny Strajewski? They used to live in the alleyway just on the other side there.
I do. Like, it's familiar, but I can't picture them.
Oh.
The names are familiar, though.
Yeah. I mean, there was quite a few kids that used to roll around on that block that we were all pretty good friends with.
Yeah.
You remember when I took you to the bike jumps?
Of course. How could I forget?
I made you jump, too. And then...
I had the peer pressure on my little huffy bike.
I was on a...
It wasn't even like... It was just like this little bullshit bike trying to jump a gap that wasn't honestly that far.
No, it was probably from me to the camera, maybe.
Yeah, okay. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, no, it was a good... Well, it was a tabletop, though.
Mm.
And so it came up and was flat and then down.
Okay. Well, so anyway, I ended up racking my balls, and...
I laughed hysterically.
And then I punched you in the nuts.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
And that ended up being a really sour day for both of us.
Yes, it did. I don't know. I still had a good time, though. It was still pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I remember one time I hit that very same jump, and when I landed, because I had my feet like this on the pedals, so that way when I landed I didn't,
Sure.
Fuck myself up. Well, my pedal broke on impact. And down went my leg, man. Hyperextended my knee. I flipped over my handlebars and just rolled. And freaking, it was excruciating. I thought I broke it.
Yeah.
But it just really sucked. Yeah. That was, I don't know, I was pretty head shy about jumping after that one.
Always getting hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, here's...
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage as a boy, I think. You gotta...
I always felt like more of a pussy. Like, that wasn't my style. I wasn't like the dangerous type. Remember the first time I tried to spend the night at your house? I had to go home. I was too scared.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot about your mom's robe. The little thing.
My blankie.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that. As soon as you brought that up, I was like, I remember this.
Dude, do you remember doing... like... I don't remember. We were doing different holidays for my mom. Like, we were just, like, acting out different holidays. And I just remember being the Easter Bunny, and you put 2 Power Rangers on your ears to be your ears. I put 2 socks on my ears to be
Was
ears.
this at the Pueblo house?
Yeah.
Dude, we did a lot of weird shit walking up out of that basement.
You put 2 Power Rangers on your ears.
I could see it.
I just thought that was the funniest shit.
Or when you, do you remember them big old boxing gloves you had and you used to pretend you were an ape? You came walking over on your feet.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I laughed so hard when you first did that.
Like, dude, check this out. Oh, yeah. Many hours spent in that basement playing games and just making shit up.
Yeah, dude. I remember you had that, Super Smash Bros.
Yep.
And we used to play the hell out of that game. And then the Ninja Turtles one.
Oh, dude.
It's for the old school Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Nintendo.
I have that one on that little emulator right there.
What?
There's a little emulator over there.
Oh.
I have that game on there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I think actually my brother-in-law Jacob just got that, something like that too. It has like 600 and some games on it.
I can upload like all kinds of different games on that thing.
It's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, it's way cool.
Because I bought Jindal. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it's like the little Atari, has a little joystick. Has like Pac-Man and Dig Dug and a few other games on there. And I don't know. She liked playing it, but I put her TV in her room and then she just never played it. Like,
well, I mean, that's not a bad thing.
no.
Kid doesn't want to play video games.
No, she just wants to come out and play my Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
That's what she wants to do.
Okay.
And then, my buddy Elijah got me into that No Man's Sky.
I don't know. I haven't played video games in so long, dude.
Honestly, I like playing the Call of Duty right now with the Warzone because it's fun.
Okay.
You know, it's an entirely different game experience. You know, but it does get kind of old after a while. I'm not gonna lie. So it's a little nicer to kind of venture out a little bit.
For sure.
But have you tried the Warzone at all? Do you know anything
I don't think
about
so. If I'm ever going to play a game, it's got to be an old game because it can only, I can't get into a game where it's going to take me days to finish it. If I'm going to play a game, it's just got to be something that's going to satisfy me for like the hour or 2 hours. And then once I'm done, I'm done.
Yes, that's kind of how Warzone would be because all it is you drop in. You can either go by yourself or duos, trios, quads.
Right.
And you drop in out of an airplane into a big map of 150 people.
It's kind of like Fortnite.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fortnite, but it's Call of Duty. So you drop in, you get armor, and you got to pick up guns and ammo, and you can get your own loadout at a buy station or buy cluster strikes, airstrikes, self-revives, ammo boxes, armor boxes, whatever, You can buy all kinds of goodies. And then the gas is closing in. So the circle gets smaller and smaller. Last team alive wins.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. You got vehicles. You can fly helicopters. You can drive ATVs, SUVs, little Land Rover, kind of like side by sides. You know what I mean? And yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Just because
I know a lot of people are into it.
Oh yeah. No, it's I don't know. It's one of those you gotta. I don't know if you don't have good guns and a good loadout. I mean, you can get loadout off the ground. You can pick up guns off the ground, and that's fine.
But to start with,
yeah. Well, no, not to start. Well, you drop in with nothing but a pistol.
Oh, okay. I
And,
gotcha.
And when you drop in, one of my favorite things to do is shoot somebody out of the sky. You're parachuting in, you can drop out, pull out your pistol, pop, 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 and because you can talk to each other for a split second after they die. And hearing them guys, Jesus fucking Christ, you motherfucker! You just lighten you up. There's one, I don't know how many times I've been cussed out in Spanish, and I don't know what the hell they're saying.
Okay.
And it's crossplay too, so you can play with somebody on PlayStation or Xbox, PC.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, you can be playing with all kinds of different people.
Huh. Yeah, see, it's just video games just aren't in it for me right now, at least.
Now.
Maybe someday I'll get back into it. It's just, I mean, but you and me, we've dedicated goddamn
days into something. Oh yeah.
If you collected the entire time we've played video games together, you could fill probably a couple months worth. Just overall through our whole lives. If you collected all the time we played video games together.
Just me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Well, because I remember a lot of times too, like playing Halo, we'd sit there for hours upon hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
And
Football.
Oh yeah. What was that? That
Street.
NFL.
No.
Fever?
It was Fever. Yeah.
Yeah, Fever, and then
Blitz League.
Blitz League. Yeah.
Serious Sam.
I was just gonna say Serious Sam.
One of the cool, dude. That was one of the coolest games of all time, and we just stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
Like I just had it in, because I got like a bundle of games or something like that. I'm like, it just looked corny to me, and we just never.
Yeah.
And finally,
really
I think you were just like, let's
it.
just try this game, and it ended up being one of our all-time favorite games.
Yeah. Did we ever beat it? The first one?
I think we did,
Because we had to fight that really big bull.
but that wasn't the end. I remember thinking like we thought that was the end. Maybe it was the end.
I don't remember. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember if we ever beat it.
I know we beat that bull.
I know we did too. Yeah, because it took us forever.
And that's why I think maybe we didn't finish it, because pretty sure when we beat that thing, we were just like, oh, there's more to this. Like we still got to keep going.
Yeah, it took us a long time. Like it took us like I'd come over like every weekend, and we would play that game. And we'd kind of go back and forth between playing football and Serious Sam. You know, if we needed a break, or we'd go outside and play football or something like that, or run around Land Kid. And yeah,
I can't count the number of times playing Halo we'd all end up with dead arms because you scream like a little bitch.
You scream peeking.
Yeah, it's like, no, I wasn't. Well, how'd you know where I was? Like, I was sneaking up on you. Because, yeah, that's what would happen is you'd see yourself in the other screen, and then you'd turn around. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. Or do you remember the games we would make inside of a game? Like the Warthog Rally?
Yeah, yeah.
Or Demolition Derbies. That was a lot of fun. You'd recommend to each other, and you'd be doing flips in the air forever, it seemed like. And then...
Warthog. Yeah, you want to do a Warthog Rally?
Yeah, just sitting there just fucking smashing around into each other. Every now and then, one of us would die, like get hit with the tire or something.
Yeah.
And kill us. We'd be like, oh, what the hell? Or, do you remember... I don't remember what the name of the map was, but it was the snowy one.
Okay.
And you had tanks there and everything and the ghosts.
Yeah.
And if you parked the tank up on this hill, pointing up towards the very top of the map, and you ran into that thing and used it for a ramp, and just as they were going up there, if the tank would shoot, it'd blow up, and you'd be on top. You'd be on top of the map, like it would, like you could.
Oh,
see
you get launched out of the
map.
Oh wow,
up top.
I don't remember
nobody
that.
could shoot you. They could see you, but it was like you had a wall, and you could barely peek over, so they didn't know if you were peeking over the wall or not.
That's wild.
Maybe that was me, my dad, and Lee.
Huh.
That were doing that. But yeah, it was the very first Halo game, and I cannot remember the name of the match or the map. And
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, and yeah, you just get a ghost and come back and hit that. And like, obviously the tank would be parked facing straight with the barrel tipped straight up backwards, like this, and you'd hit that thing. And just as you were about to like hit the top, the tank shoots. It took us probably a good 2 hours of fucking around with this to figure it and get it down pat.
That's so bizarre.
But it was so, like, we just tried it. We just wanted to see
what
was going to happen.
You found like a glitch in the system.
Yeah. We just wanted to see what would happen. And we were all three just messing around, having a good time. And yeah, we figured it out. And I do kind of miss that though, like all the Halo.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That was some fun, you know. We used to all just get together. And do you remember when it was very boring, but yet fun at the same time? We'd sit there and play NASCAR.
And yeah, and just like go the other way. Try and cause as many wrecks.
No, that was fun. But no, like when we actually raced too.
Oh, yeah.
We do like a 200 lap race. That's like 2 hours of sitting there.
I know.
Making a left turn.
And then you'd have to like try and and you'd have to make pit stops.
Yeah, you'd have to make the pit stops, get tires and fuel and all that. And we actually sat down and did it to see who was going to win. I think we only did it once.
You know what my favorite line from doing that was? Do you remember?
No.
You can't. What was it? I was like, you might as well change my label or change my sponsor to Heinz catch up because you need to catch up to me.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It was like, you need to change my sponsor to Heinz.
Yeah.
Because you need to catch up.
Jesus.
It's so lame.
So corny.
Yeah.
It's the corny jokes we used to come up with that we thought was gold.
Yeah, well, that's, 10-year-old humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, okay, we gotta, since we're telling stories, you gotta tell the pine cone story.
Oh, God.
We can't do the podcast and not have you tell the pine cone story.
Okay. So what was that, first grade?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, first grade. Out at the playground at Central Heights, and I think I'd only that was like our second time playing on the playground together. Like, we were just kind of becoming friends.
Okay.
I think we'd only hung out maybe once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And you were with Ross, and you'd forgot your coat, because I remember it was like that windbreaker, purple and green, or I don't remember what color it was. It was back in the 90s, so
Yeah.
that's weird.
That's so weird to think about.
Oh, man.
No, because it would have been 2001. Or 2000.
No, it would have been 99. 98 or 99.
Something. Okay, maybe
So
I'm
we were
off.
7. We were born in 92.
Okay, alright. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter either way. Even if it was 2000s, we were just coming out of the 90s.
Yeah.
And I'd seen his coat, and I remember I could not remember your name. Like, you just told me too, or the day before or something like that. And I don't know why, but yeah, I just started yelling, "Hey, Pine Cone! Pine Cone, you forgot your coat!" He turned around too. You turned around. So, I was there for probably, I don't remember how long. I thought his name was Pine Cone.
Hey, pine cone.
Because he responded to it, so I called him Pine Cone for probably like a week.
I was like, that's not my name. Or like, why do you keep calling me that?
Yeah, or something like, I don't even remember how everything happened that way.
Right.
Or, okay, since we're telling stories, similar time era, why don't you tell a story about what happens when a teacher asks you to borrow a pencil?
Oh, geez. Dude, this was so bizarre. So, Mrs. Dinus's class.
Yep, Miss Dinus.
First grade still, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm just, like, sitting there doing my homework, or doing my whatever work, like, at my desk, and her desk is literally right behind me. And I don't know, I just hear her say, "Where'd my pencil go?" Or something like that, because she's talking to a student, and she goes, "Where the heck is my pencil?" And I just turn around without even, like, I don't remember thinking about it or nothing. It's just like my body decided, okay, I'll turn around, and I took my pencil and I threw it at her like a dart. And it hit her right in, like, the chest, and she goes, "Dakota." I was like, and then I just turned around white as a ghost, like, oh my God, what have I done? Like, why did I do that?
You may have felt white as a ghost, but you were red as the devil's dick.
Dude, I'm sure.
I remember that because you were like,
I mean,
with your bowl haircut.
I mean, I think she was like, just laughed about it afterwards.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, everybody was laughing.
Oh, dude, you want to know another fucked up, like, I don't know if we were in I don't know if you were in the same class, but
no, it's crazy how our friendship. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I've got to say this. Okay, so we met in first grade, and then we went to second grade together, and then you got held back in second grade.
Yes.
And we've been friends for we're going on 22 years.
Yeah.
Huh. That's good friendship right there.
Yeah. Stayed in touch even though... See, I think, honestly, that was my biggest, like, thing of not wanting to get held back was just, like, leaving my... I had just made a bunch of friends, and now they're going to move on. It was more like the embarrassment, like, oh, they're going to be third graders. I'm still going to be in second grade.
And I didn't know you got held back because I remember you had issues with your ears, like you had the tubes in them. I didn't know that you got held back because of that.
I guess so. Like, I knew it was because of my reading too. Like, I was at a lesser reading level. I had to do with it too. But anyway, so it was second grade. I don't know, because we weren't in the same class in second grade.
No, yeah, I had Burgum.
Right.
And you had...
Smith,
yeah, that's right. I was trying to remember her name.
And I had her both years.
Oh, yeah.
Which was great. And I don't know why I even did this. It wasn't like a project or anything. But I had it in my head. It would be really cool to record, because we had it was almost like a karaoke type machine in our where you could record stuff on a tape, yeah. And I used to fuck around on that thing all the time, just making different recordings. Well, we had, I guess I thought it would be cool if Ashley recorded her reading a book. It was a Franklin book, you know? You remember those, Franklin the Turtle?
Yep.
It was one of those books. So she recorded herself reading it, and then I was going to bring that tape in to have that read while we did, like, something, I don't know,
whatever second graders do.
Whatever, class work we were doing, and that would be playing in the background. Stupid. Like, looking back, I'm like, why would that even be a thing? But apparently I thought that would be fun. So, and Mrs. Smith was all about it. She was just like, yeah, let's do it. She throws that tape in, and she put it on the wrong side, because, tapes had two sides. Yeah. She put it facing the wrong way. Well, guess what comes out of it? Me going, Dragon, Dragon, Dragon Ball Z.
I bet you...
Dude, I jumped out of my... this is what I did. I was sitting there, I heard her, pop the tape in, and then I start hearing that, and I go, nope. And I stood up and go, nope, that's wrong. And, she goes, and I was like, take it out. And she, and then I remember there was kids in the class going, no. What was that? Can we hear that? I want to hear that. I was like, nah, we're good. And then I was like, we don't need to do this. It's all good. This stupid idea.
Yo Hollywood.
Smoking dope. Dude, I don't know why that was the funniest thing to me.
I don't even know why I said that.
That wasn't from anything?
No, that wasn't from anything. I think it was because it was after... I don't even remember what grade we were in. But, because you had started getting new friends now that you'd gotten held back, and then I was just like, that's my friend, get away. So I walked up to you just to get your attention, that's what I said. That's the whole reason that was ever said.
Dude, I remember just laughing my dick off.
I know, dude. You just started busting out laughing. I'm like, okay, that's funnier than I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You still got it. Dude, do you remember this? Because we were in different grades. I think I was in 3rd grade. You were in 4th grade. And we did... the 4th graders came to see our presentation in the 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah.
And it was supposed to be a zoo or different. It was supposed to be animals in different environments or something like that. And I had a bear, and I was telling all this stuff about the bear, and I go, and I named him Brad after my best friend who's right there. Yeah. And you were I remember you going, okay, cool. And I was just
yeah.
I wanted to prove that I had a friend in an older grade, a higher grade or something. I don't fucking know.
You guys don't believe me? I'm friends with the 4th grader.
Yeah. Or I did it just to make a mockery of you of something. I don't know.
I don't either. I
the things we do as kids.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, why did I do that? Here's a good one. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast yet, but I'll tell it now. This is actually something that's not involving us, but just an embarrassing moment as a kid. I had a crush on this girl named Katie. Do you remember this? Do you remember
Katie
her?
Bradley?
No. I don't remember her last name.
Was it when we were younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Katie Bradley.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that her last name?
Yeah.
In my grade? We weren't in the same grade.
Maybe, no, because I remember because you were real upset because Josh Broughton and her were hanging out in the tire together.
I don't know, man. This girl Katie, I don't remember her last name.
Actually, I do think there was 2 different Katies.
Yeah. I just remember I had a crush on her, and...
Or no! No, it wasn't... Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Anyway, you go on. I'm thinking of Ambry.
Yes. Stein.
Ambry Stein. Yeah. If she watches, that's going to be funny.
I know, right?
Years later, here's your secret.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys had crushes on her. But that's also, elementary school.
Yeah.
So it was 3rd grade. Had a crush on this girl. My my teacher also worked at Borders, and I liked going to Borders.
I forgot about that place.
Yeah, and so Katie and the teacher were talking about Borders for some reason. I don't know why, but I was just like, oh, I go, oh, you like Borders? Like, I like Borders. And I was like, and she said something like that I was like, I'm actually going to go there tonight. I was like, are you, like, you should come too. And she was like, oh yeah, maybe, like, we'll see. And this is so stupid looking back, I can't even believe it. I was like immediately like, oh my god, I have a date. Like, I have a date.
I actually do remember this.
I went to Borders. She wasn't there. Of course she wasn't fucking there. Dude, I hate telling this story because it's so stupid. I looked her up in the phone book at Borders. Like, I remembered her last name, and I called the first name in there that had her last name. And I was like, hi, is Katie there? And they're like, yeah, who's this? And I was like, oh, this is Dakota, her classmate. And she answers the phone, and I was like, hey, I'm at Borders, where are you? She's like, I'm having dinner. And I was just like, oh, well, I thought you were going to be here. And she goes, I mean, I don't know what she said, but she ended up coming. Her and her whole family ended up coming. And we just hung out, and I bought her a coffee at the fucking little coffee bar they had there.
I remember hearing about
Dude,
this.
I mean, I felt like hot shit and just like, I don't know how the fuck I had enough balls to do that, to call her. Dude, I can't even buy a chick a drink at a bar now. And I don't know if I got scarred by that, just realizing how dumb that was, or what, but like, I literally called her from the phone book. And it worked.
With a payphone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it worked. And then here I am.
Maybe that's your younger self trying to tell you now, like, hey, it worked once.
Yeah, maybe you should. I don't know, man. I mean, we didn't end up dating in elementary school.
You did, or you didn't?
No, we didn't.
Because I do remember hearing about that, because like your mom showed up for lunch or something like that, and was telling me, oh, that's Dakota's girlfriend. Because we still kind of had lunch around the same time.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It was stupid. It makes me hate myself.
It makes me hate myself. I die a little bit every time I say it.
Oh, dude.
I can't lie, though. That come on, you know. You
well, I mean,
think about it.
It's one of those things where you think about yourself doing that, and you're like, God, what a dummy. But then it's just like, okay, I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to forgive yourself for, you know, the things you did as a kid and just laugh at it. But just knowing I did that, I'm just like, God, what a dope. I would never do that now.
Yeah, no. I actually thought you were talking about Katie Bradley, because she used to live just down the street from me in Cass Village.
No, definitely. I remember her now that you mentioned that, but no, that's not the same one.
That's kind of weird thinking about like people we went to grade school with.
Do you ever look up old schoolmates like on Facebook and stuff just to see where they're at?
I'm friends with a few of them on Facebook, and I don't like follow them or anything like that. But
right.
You know, every now and then I might see something that they post, or you know.
Yeah, every now and again I'll like think of somebody from either high school, elementary school, middle school, whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, I haven't heard from them. Like I what are they up to? And I'll just look them up on Facebook, and it's like, you know, you get you get a wide variety of things that might happen. You're like, oh geez, they're in jail, or oh yeah, they really turned out good. Or sometimes you're like, damn, they're like they run a Fortune 500 company, or like, oh damn, like they're doing real well. And then you see some, you're like, damn, they got ugly.
They got ugly.
And some of them you're like, damn, they got hot. You know what I mean?
Kind of makes you wonder too, like, well, if somebody has the same, like, oh, I haven't heard from Dakota in a long time. Look him up. What do they think?
Oh, dude, I know what they think. They look me up and they're like, damn, this motherfucker's running a podcast. He's got a band. Like, he's rocking it.
So you and your band are going to sing some D12, right?
Some what?
These chicks don't even know the name of my band.
Probably not. That actually would be kind of a fun, remake.
Yeah, just kind of make it your own.
Right.
Just make like a kind of a parody thing out of it, you know.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Let's see what. What do you think people think of you when they see yours? Like, oh damn, he's got kids. He's married. Like,
I don't know. I try not to think about it honestly, because
does it make you?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people from high school that just don't even, or even school in general, that probably like don't even give me a second thought, just because I don't know. I was just the scurvy kid, I guess. I don't know.
I got you, dude. I remember like it's so weird to me thinking next year is my 10-year anniversary
of graduation.
Yes. Isn't that nuts?
Isn't that this year?
Yours would be this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mine's next year because I was 2012.
I didn't graduate.
I know.
I got a 9th grade
I'm just
education.
saying, that's why I said yours would be this year.
Oh, ho.
You should just show up anyway.
I'm going to. Don't worry.
Are you?
No, I'm gonna go to Lacey's.
Oh, there you go. When's hers?
Same this year.
Oh, okay. Right on.
She's a year younger than me, but for whatever reason, she's in my same grade.
Okay.
Graduated at the same time.
Nice.
She went to school at Broadview, America.
Sure. Pirate? Is that what you said? Oh, that was her
Pirates
school.
Mm-hmm.
You went to like every school. You went to West, Senior. No, you didn't go to
I
Senior.
go to Senior. I went to West and Skyview.
That's right.
And I can tell you right now, I much prefer West.
Really?
Too many rich, snobby
hoity-toities
up there, man.
For sure. All right, well, I think we're reaching toward the end here. So here's something I've been kind of trying to do. I just started it last week. I'm going to start asking every guest this question. I want you to really think about it. Because podcast called Life's a Garden. Big objective I try and do is to find the positivity in the world. You know?
Okay.
I want to know, what's the biggest struggle you've overcome in your life?
Biggest struggle I've ever... God damn, you're going to make me get deep and sentimental?
Well, it doesn't have to be... I mean, just in any form.
In any form?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Huh.
Yeah, it's a tough one when you're not prepared for it, I know.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, way to put me on the spot.
Anybody listening, if you're going to be on the show, be prepared for this question.
Glad you guys get the warning. I just got set up for failure right now, looking like an idiot. Duh.
Oh, okay, it doesn't have to be the biggest, but how about a struggle you overcame?
I'd have to say probably like the kind of way you kind of know how my childhood was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things around that nature. I think it was getting past the mental part of the physical part.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Getting past all that so it wouldn't affect me later in life. And I started doing, really working on that in like middle school, high school. And, it affected me a little bit into my adulthood, I guess. Kind of gave me some insecurities and some other issues. And I'd have to say probably that because, honestly, it's still something I'm working on. But I think I've done way better now than previously.
So what have you done so far to help overcome that? Just a mental battle?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of... I don't know if it's like the older I get, the more I just don't give a shit. Kind of.
Okay.
Maybe that's just what it is. Hell, I don't know. That seems to be how it's going.
Well, it's kind of funny because that's what my buddy said last week. He kind of just said it comes with age. So
he's a wise man.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, it seems to be like so far the running theme. So
yeah,
it's more for like anybody out there struggling with certain things. Like everybody struggles with different things, And the whole point is everybody can overcome it. It doesn't matter who you are. You can overcome your struggles as long as, you know life's a garden.
Exactly. Dig it like a backhoe. Not a shovel, because shovel takes longer.
Yeah, like a backhoe.
Dig it like a backhoe.
Anything you want to say before we close this bad boy out?
Yeah, actually, I was going to put a suggestion out there for you, okay?
Okay.
Something, I don't know, I was even talking to Lacey about it. Maybe something you might want to try with another thing with your guests. Like, okay, so have you ever seen Top Gear?
No.
Okay, well, they basically all during their show they have like a celebrity guest on there or whatever, and they have to do in their instance they have to drive this car, and whoever has the fastest lap to get up in a bar. Not saying you gotta do that, but you do something like a little competition. At the end they have to do it, and then they get their name on a board for like in a certain time frame.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something for you to try. Maybe.
Okay.
That way. Your guests have a way to possibly humiliate themselves, because
that could be fun.
Love watching that.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Do the bat spin, and then they got to go through an obstacle real quick or something, you know.
Right.
I don't know, just something stupid and silly.
I'll put it in the notes.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of funny, just because I want to watch people.
Yeah.
do some weird stuff.
I feel you. Okay. All right.
I'm game to do weird stuff. I'm a weird guy.
Well, I've known that for a while.
Yeah, that you have.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being on. Appreciate it, as always. We'll definitely have to have you back on, because there's endless amounts of stories.
Oh, yeah. You know, honestly, we didn't touch on base too many stories. I mean, we got some stories.
I know.
I figured it would be all stories. We got...
We were running,
yeah.
So...
That's a long time.
We'll definitely have you back on. We got more stories to tell, so...
All right.
All right, buddy. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Go check out the band page. We're going to be playing February 20th at Craft Local. And, you know, check out Brad, too. He's around. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, life's a garden. Dig it.